words and bringing up the past. Baby, you know that you better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama. I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promise that I would've never gotten fooled if I knew it would get some attention. Promise that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go in Week 14. Nicole Hardman now on the return. Great vision, gets him across midfield. I don't think they're going to catch him. Touchdown! He takes the kick all the way back for 6. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Play fake. It's Milton. Bails out of the pocket quick. And before he can get rid of it, he runs out of bounds. Could have just tossed it incomplete, Brock, but instead takes the sack and a big loss.
Well, as a quarterback, I hate to assign blame to the position, but on that one, you just got to throw it away for an incompletion. We still need to give credit to the defense, no question, which helped flush him from the pocket in the first place.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Looking quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. Hauled in by Arroyo on the right side. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Viking 18.
Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jaguars put up points to begin the game. Cam Little to try the extra point.
Cam Little on for the extra point.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35.
Ready,
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And that's good for a gain of 5. Christian Harris on the stop.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. His first throw is an interception. And the Jaguars happy now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. We'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And now it's 2nd down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
And send him over right. First carry now, this is Bashal Tootin. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown. Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Fields this one at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard
line. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Stretch the eagle. Stretch the eagle. Go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Richardson on 3rd. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. The Colts ready for the punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. That'll be the first and more. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
48-yard line.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Let's go.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Galloping inside the 40. He cuts it to the right sideline. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Working quickly here.
And the Jaguars first down.
No, not of the pistol here. He brings it in. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal. Offensive line fast.
Gain of 12 yards. That's another Jaguars
First and goal. Here's Tootin. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Gain of 3. Brings up second and goal.
19 Chargers. 19 Chargers.
Off the play fake. Here's Milton. Headed out right. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
That's one of the dangers, Kate, when you're a quarterback and you string a play out like that. Defenders are so fast flow that it puts so many guys in the neighborhood of your targets that even if you complete the pass, good chance it's not going anywhere.
Last play stopped short. Still 3 yards to gain. Third and goal. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 12-point game in the first. Christian Watson with the touchdown.
Cam Little on
Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10.
Here we go. Start.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Ready.
On first down, it's Richardson. Buying some time right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Here we go.
Back to the air. It's Richardson. Going with the screen to Taylor. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Back. 8. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions. Take over.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So they get dinged for the holding. Got to wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for third down.
70 Lions.
Third and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. And from their own side of the field, they're going to risk it here on fourth. They'll throw again. Richardson. Oh, the back's got it downfield. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a fourth down gamble.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He's got Pierce. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They gain 11 on that play. And it'll be first down Colts.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Set up. Ready.
Throwing again. Richardson. Taken in by Pierce. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Mustang 19. Top 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
Here's Taylor from the pistol. And he's going to be driven backwards. Looks like he's at the 8.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
All right, they need 7 here on third down on what is the 9th play of this drive.
Let's go.
Richardson. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts make it a one-score game in the first half. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Out of the gun, it's Milton. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Colts take over on his 5th interception of the season.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Let's go now. Ready.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Shot. Let go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He locates Adonai Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Richardson to throw. Right side, this is wheeled in by Warren. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd down carry for Taylor. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
They're going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. Tackle made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Here's Richardson. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2 becomes 3, and on and on. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Let go.
Tootin gets it from the gun. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap here to Milton. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here we go, here we go.
Hand off to Tootin. On the move, past the 40. Keeps on moving into the red zone. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow their lead just before halftime. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game.
17.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
Set up. Cowboy.
On the counter, it's Taylor. No one's around him. He's got space. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during the game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, head the other way for a big run.
And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
On the double.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18. Ready,
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Go.
Play fake, it's Richardson. That one nabbed by Warren. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Richardson on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. After the penalty, this is 1st and goal. running it after the penalty. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
60 Bobcats, 60. Come on, come on.
Here's another for him. And this time he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. To throw, Milton. That finds Hunter downfield. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
Ready, set.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Milton. Finds a man right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Here we go. Go.
Milton going to throw again here, 2nd and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts hit the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Buffalo 18. Get it. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
He's back to throw. This is to Slaw, working the outside. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
Hey, Kate, we're not even to halftime, and this guy has already got a game's worth of success. And the great thing is that, yes, it benefits him individually, statistically, but you know it just sets the table for everybody else because that play-action pass should be devastating.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And it's going to be second down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Second down, give to Tootin. All right, short of the marker for the moment, but they've got third and short coming up from their own 44.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going deep this time. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
That's good for the Jaguars. First down.
79 Broncos.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the red zone now. Completes another one to Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take the lead right away in half number 2. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3.
34. Colts 31.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start on the ground. Taylor. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves, go!
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Into traffic, complete! And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Get it! Ready?
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Downfield to Warren. He's got it. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Penalty drops him at the 1, so they've got a couple of shots left at it. It's 2nd and goal.
Come on, come on.
And instead of pushing for the line, look at that. He's pushed backwards to the 5.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
From the 5-yard line after the loss, 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready.
Richardson now. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So it seems like either way they were getting a 4th down here, but this way cost them some extra yardage too.
Hey, I get you want to avoid a possible turnover.
Charging down the middle, and they block it!
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Zone read, they'll give it to Tootin. Pushing it up past the 30. He runs it up to midfield. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A pickup there of 39. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Here's Milton, 1st and 10. Too much lead on that throw. That ball's incomplete ahead of his target.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
60 bucks, 60 bucks.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Chased out to his right. Working downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. This one's caught. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Sampson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars making a 9-point advantage. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Return starts at the 3. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard
line. New set of downs for him from the 31. Richardson now on 1st and 10. He rolls to his right. He's running with it. And his slide puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Play fake. It's Richardson. is made down the right sideline. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Nowhere to go with the ball, don't put it in harm's way.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Back to the air, it's Richardson. Going with the screen to Taylor. Has a lane inside the 35. And he gets this one down to the 27. It's a gain of 22. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. So that's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Colts ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this one too far in front of him, it's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile.
Hey. Go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
And the Colts will try for 3. Out comes their field goal unit. This is going to be a tough one, 55 yards away. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And the deficit remains 2 scores.
They needed a few things to go right to make a comeback. And the first one, well, you had to. That was not a want to. That was a have to with that field goal. Without it, tough to imagine overcoming a 2-score deficit, Kate.
Ready.
1st and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Throwing from the gun here. Finds his running back. This is Bashal Tutu. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Now Milton to throw. Shoves one away. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Cougar 19.
We'll go with a design keeper. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This time looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And it sets up second down.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
They've got a man in motion. Milton going to throw again here, second and 10. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Colts have some new life in the fourth.
Intercepted. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, first and 10.
70.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
It's so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
60.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Downfield, and Tislam has it. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Give him 25 on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
To the air on this first down, Richardson dumps it off to his running back. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
60 Eagles. Ready.
Richardson to throw again. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 9. Let's go.
They'll throw again, Richardson. Has it in close. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal. We tie this game in the fourth. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on first and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll start this series with an option left. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Could lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And He's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. We come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's good. For a Jaguars. First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Jaguars.
Ready?
Inside give here for Tootin. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
So first down from the 41.
Cougar 19, go!
They'll go again here with Tootin. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, break! 18, ready!
Back to throw. Here's Milton. To the left. He's got a roll. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal.
Get up! Get up! 60 Bison, 60 Bison!
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Ready up!
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Come on!
QB sneak coming. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Jaguars make it a 9-point advantage.
Kate, I think 2 things were at play here. Not just the brute force to get it done on the QB sneak, but also the element of surprise to run it on 1st down. Job well done.
Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game.
48. Colts 38.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set! Ready!
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Trying to push deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, to tie this game in the 4th.
48. Colts 45.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Tootin now on the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Here we go, here we go!
On the give, it's Tootin. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's it, 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They're going to pass it here. Cut out left. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. That that's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for man coverage.
Tootin on 1st and 10. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Ready? Kennedy Lions. Go.
Tootin headed left. And he has the Jaguar first down, Brock. And they can run out the clock on this win.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready?
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of. It took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Jaguars as we say so long from Indy.